I just wanted to tell you about my day, how it's been going. I had a long week at work, stressful. Where I work at the Idaho National Lab, 9-hour days, and then in the evenings, mornings, I have to feed the animals, and so, and then on top of that, I go do some workouts in the evening, and I always tell myself I'm gonna work out when I'm tired, and I try to tell myself I don't, when you're tired, you don't want to do nothing, but that's when I tell myself that's when I'm gonna do it. But anyway, I went to bed early, and like at 8, and got up before 5, and went and worked on that book, So Long as Game May Be Found Thereon, and I was doing Shoshone-Bannock place names, rivers and areas, and points, like the names of peaks and valleys and stuff, and I was thinking about those names in the Shoshone language. Those names, they're I think when I publish that book, I'm just going to put them in English, because those names, they carry power, and some of those names are not supposed to be spoken in under the right conditions. A Grand Teton name is one for sure, and but anyway, I was just thinking about names and the importance of words. Even in English, you got to watch your words, because those words could, in our Indian ways, we say words can kill, and it's important to watch what you say with your words, because even in English, it's those words can carry power. Like if you want to have a goal in life, or you want to make something happen, what I always do is I say the words, maybe write them down, but I say them, kind of put them out there. What I want to do, give me a goal, and it always comes true. That's the way I believe about prayer. You gotta be careful what you pray for, what you ask for too, but when you say a prayer, put those words out there, they always come true. That's happens with me. All my prayers come true, so I say them. But you got to be careful what you pray for. You can't be praying for things like $1 million or stuff like that. You got to pray for good things. And but anyway, I just wanted to say that, and I wanted to say a little bit about working. So I was up early this morning, worked on that book, got tired of that, and I went out and split a bunch of wood for the fire, and truckload of wood. And then I got done with that, I had some breakfast, and my 30-day fast is going well. I lost like 4 or 5 pounds right off the bat, and haven't been eating any sugar. I feel good. I went down to Indian Health Service and got my blood tests. I recommend people do that, get checked out, and I'm not even pre-diabetic or have any kind of concerns. They said I have real good cholesterol, and I'm doing good, and even though I'm like overweight, I guess, my BMI is like 31, but anyway, I think it's really important to also say you got to stay active, and I think if you work real hard, physical work, you don't have to work out. I still work out, and it's good for me to work out, but if you work, you don't have to work out. That's one thing I say and believe. So keep active, and like I said, I cut that wood this morning, had some breakfast, and now I'm going to go over to my dad's, and we're tanning a hide. And I've heard a lot of people say that's a lot of work, and I try not to say that, because it's a cultural activity, and my wife and daughter, I told them they need to come over there with us and help us out, and I want my daughter to see that, and know about it, what it takes, and to make her moccasins, because we're doing that elk hide for moccasins. And when I go hunt these animals, what I do is I try to shoot them in the head, and because if you shoot them in the body, those bullets, they explode, and all those lead fragments, they get into the meat, and lead's not good for you. And plus it messes up the hide. And so I try to shoot them in the head, and I shot this one in the head and skinned it out real good with a lot of meat on it. And so it's a real good hide, big hide from a cow. And today we're gonna wring it out and then brain it, get a good lot of brains in it, and then keep working on it. It's been scraped 3 times, I think, real good. And during the winter time, it's the best time to do it because it freeze dries that hide. And when you freeze dry, it's easier to scrape it. The meat comes off easier, and also when that freezes, that water inside kind of has a mechanical action on the fibers and breaks it up a little bit. And so it gives you a little bit of extra help. And by freezing, kind of like how a ice could break a rock from expansion. And so that's kind of the theory. And that's a knowledge we got from from my dad's grandmother and my great-grandmother, Josephine Thorpe. That's what she would say. It's best to do it in the wintertime, freeze dry them. And so we still practice those old ways, and it takes time to do them. They're not easy, and we don't use any chemicals other than the brain and water and our labor, and they come out a lot different than commercial tan hides. They don't look nothing like it, and they're unique. And but anyway, that's what we're doing today, and we're gonna make those hides, get that hide done, and that'll be my day. Also, part of my work day, I had a calf from that Calulina, and I didn't see her back here for a couple days, so I had to walk back here to find her. And so after breakfast, I went and walked back here. I was going to get on my horse, but I didn't want to put my saddle on and all that. And so I said, oh, she's just probably right here, because I saw her in these weeds yesterday. And so I just walked back over there, and she wasn't there, so I had to walk all the way around there. Found her. But I figure if you think about it, that's like going down to getting on the treadmill and walking. Like I'm out there looking for a cow, but I'm getting some steps in walking there. And it's good for me. I think it's better to walk out here than to walk like at a track or in the city where you're breathing smoke. But anyway, I just wanted to say that if you at work, when you got to do work, think of it as like getting some exercise in, and that it's good for your body. And any work's good work. It's good for your brain. It's good for the future. Whatever you do, it's going to help you. Whenever you work, it's always going to benefit you. It's going to lead to something. And so just keep up doing work, and especially for men. Men could really do a lot of physical work if they're motivated. They could do a lot. Like one man, look at this. This is what I did. A lot of this was done just by myself. Like even that house. We did, my wife and I can't take all credit for it. My wife and older daughter helped put that together and the inside. But a lot of that we did ourselves. That's like a homemade house. And but basically all that there outside, I put together this corral, all this stuff put together, and take care of these animals. This is one man. So imagine if you had a team of men, what they could do. So anyway, just keep that in mind.